Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris from AppSumo with the Remote Work Academy, and today I am joined with Panos. So Panos is a PhD and the co-founder of LearnWorlds and CEO. So Panos has a PhD in educational technology and extensive work experience as a software engineer, e-learning researcher, and science educator. Before following the startup route, he was working in the European Parliament as a policy advisor for research and innovation. Panos loves mountaineering, photography, and travel, and is always happy to work under extreme pressure in multinational environments. Panos, thank you so much for joining this morning.
Thanks for having me, Chris. Great to be here. Hope everybody is safe at home and also sane under these conditions we're all in.
Absolutely. And where are you? You're tuning in from Greece, right?
Yes, I'm tuning in from Cyprus, which is pretty close. The majority of our team is based in Greece and Cyprus. So pretty mild weather, great beaches, great people to be around. So it's a great place to be.
That's awesome. So today we're going to be talking about online courses. And one thing you and I were talking about last week when we connected is just how crazy it has been recently with everything that's going on, and how the number of people who are creating online courses has just been skyrocketing. What can you kind of talk about what you've been seeing in that regard?
Yes, online courses are absolutely skyrocketing. The trend was already there. People were creating online courses. It's a great tool to do a side business. It's something that people can easily consume, so it's quite interesting. But now with COVID situation, everybody wants to be online. So the demand for these kinds of services are really skyrocketed, and we try to help as many people as possible to do their training online. This is also what we call emergency online training. Even people that thought about creating an online course as a business, now they understand that they absolutely must be online. It's absolutely, businesses have been decimated, conferences canceled and trainings canceled, obviously all live training canceled. So even for people that don't have the curriculum ready, they don't have the courses there, they just can go online, create a webinar, attract some audience, or reach out to their existing customers, span up a Zoom, and just start teaching. So, and we see that, and this is what we understand, that lots of those people will also remain on online courses, in self-paced online courses, even and when hopefully this soon will be over. Because people understand that through online courses, they can have lots of leverage and much better scale at what they do. So if you're a trainer and you are teaching, how many hours per week? Like 40, 60 if you're overdoing it. But with an online course, you can teach 24/7 and you can reach people that are far outside your audience, your country, your immediate vicinity. So you can do effectively global side e-commerce just with an online school, and you don't need any products, you don't need any logistics. It's just you and the laptop. If you know something well, and all of us know something particularly well, it can be for like life skills, it could be for work, obviously. You can just find an audience and teach about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it sounds like what you're saying, there have been a lot of people who have just been so used to doing in-person training and in-person teaching that they might have always thought about having an online course or having an online presence, but just never got around to it because they were too wrapped up in all of the day-to-day. But now is just the absolute perfect time to use this to really catalyze you to taking action. And it's no longer, like you said, it's no longer a nice to have, it's a need to have. But within that, there's such a magic, because if you can create that course and you can figure out a way to scale it and reach more people, it's like, I mean, right now we have almost 100 people in here. It's like, where could you go and just have a classroom where you have 100 people sitting in there listening to you having a conversation? And there will probably be thousands or tens of thousands of people who watch this replay. You just can't have that kind of scale in real life.
It's absolutely scalable, and lots more people now realize that under extreme pressure. Obviously, this has been a very violent transition for lots of people. But if there's somebody, a trainer, anywhere that at some point had a PowerPoint taught at the classroom or at the seminar, then you can just go in front of your computer, record this, do a little screencast. If you're teaching software, you can just do a screencast in 1 hour, and then you have a ready-made course. You can get it out there. And also for people that are trying to build an audience, because you cannot sell unless you have an audience or create it gradually, you don't even have to start selling from day one. You can just create a lead magnet for you or promote your personal brand. So you don't even have to be a trainer or expect to make a living out of training. You can perfectly well attract leads for your business if you just go out and teach them something valuable for like 20 minutes. People have lots more time now at their disposal. Obviously, everybody's like bolted in front of a computer. So everybody's trying to do something creative with their time. And also, if they can, learn something that is meaningful and that they will be able to apply. So it's a perfect storm for online courses. Do something meaningful with our time, get it out there, get it in front of people, and start building an audience. And we see that people make this realization, say, okay, that was easy. I can do that, and I can keep doing that even once we go back to normal conditions. Even if I train in a classroom, I can record this thing and put it out there so that it exists. Even if I offer live training in my company, my business, whatever, first of all, it will still make sense to do your training remotely because it will still be cheaper. Like if you're a company and you want to train your employees, or if you want to reach out to your customers, your associates, the old way was to, I don't know, book a hotel or a venue or something, bring people in, fly them from across the globe, and then you have to do that. So I don't think that this will ever come back. Even once we have no lockdown, people will still realize that they can do things much faster, much more convenient. They can train hundreds of people at much mass scale and be as effective as they were with live training. We can always get together and, I don't know, socialize, but the training part, or the heavy part of like delivering the actual content and getting people through presentations and videos and quizzes and certificates, you can do that perfectly well online. And I think that was a trend that was already there. We would have seen that unfold over 10 years or something, but now probably it happened overnight, and I think this is how it will continue for the next few months.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. And folks in the comments, let us know. I want to know what your business is and what kind of online course you have made or you're thinking about making. It would be really interesting to see that. And let us know in the chat. Just type it in there, what your business is and what type of online course you have or are thinking about making. And Panos, for you, I guess my question is, what are some of the courses you've seen being created now that, you know, are maybe new or different, or you wouldn't necessarily think is somebody who could do something online?
Well, over the years, we have seen so vastly different courses and subjects that for us, it's amazing. So the main things where the more interest and where the courses are also more premium and more expensive are courses that have to do with business skills. So if you're learning how to be a data scientist, if you're learning how to be a programmer or even a marketer, these are some skills that can land you the next raise or the next job, or can help you create your own business. So this is obviously something that's quite valuable. But also we see lots of life skills, how people can become better in their relationships, how you can train a dog, how you can do some yoga classes, how to learn how to do handstands, calisthenics, gymnastics, whatever. So there's all sorts of different content, and we keep getting amazed by the kind of content we see in our platform. So both for work and for fun. But what we have seen recently, in much larger scale, in like exponential growth, is people that used to do like in-class training, or coaches and fitness trainers and even nutritionists, where they used to have like either a coaching or consulting experience, or used to have like a small classroom with 10, 20 people. And now they're just going out, recording some of the courses, and can reach a mass audience. So the interesting thing is that for some of our existing businesses that we're doing training, calisthenics, fitness, whatever, they tripled their sales from February to March because of the lockdown. Everybody was trying to find things to do online. They had they couldn't attend their gym, or they couldn't afford a membership at the gym. So with a few dollars, they can sign up for a subscription from a school that could be I don't know, in overseas, the other side of the world, and they could just attend a few courses. So it was amazing. And now we see lots of people that are doing this. We have seen some dancing classes. We have seen lots of yoga and lots of meditation. Also, people are trying to control their lives. So this needs a bit. All of us need some help over there. And what is also nice to see is that, and also I guess COVID made this much more urgent now, is that people are not perfectionist with our courses. We can afford not to be perfectionist under these conditions. So you can just go out, create a course. We had seen some, obviously, so we love to see great content and very polished courses, like with lots of cameras and lots of investment, but very few businesses can afford these kind of courses. You can perfectly well make your point and teach with just sitting in front of a camera, with in front of a laptop with just your notebook camera. So I guess all of us live on Zoom every day. We're quite used to that by now. So just going with a basic microphone, recording a screencast, recording a presentation, or even with a mobile phone in front of your mirror, and doing some exercises. We have seen some amazing content, and people were already in a position to consume this content, and they loved it because it was there, it was fresh. Everybody was under the same conditions. So afterwards, we might be doing things more polished, but we can learn now, create our prototypes, test the waters, create a course, start creating an audience, and this is something that can very easily be scaled in the future. And another thing that we're seeing a lot is live content. So people that don't have a curriculum, they don't have a course ready, they just they either embed the live stream in the classroom. This is something that our platform originally wasn't designed for, so you could always do that. But now we say to people, you don't have the content, go out there. In fact, we will be releasing a Zoom integration in the next couple of days. So if you don't have a Zoom integration, you don't exist right now. So we will be releasing that, which means that even without a content, you can just create a course, put a price over there, or make it a subscription or anything else. And in there, you can just embed a Zoom feed and reach out to your audience and start teaching. And even if you don't have Zoom, you can do that with Facebook Live, YouTube Live. There's all sorts of free ways to stream your content, and you can perfectly well reach an audience. And the good thing is that you can always record your stream and then keep it there, upload it as an online course for people to consume later at their own time. So you can resell the content that you create once. So this is amazing.
Yeah, I love that point. That just not getting bogged down with the perfectionism, because I think, especially 6 months ago, I think that would be really easy to do, where you just keep pushing it off, and you want to get the lighting right and the microphone right and the camera right, and you want to make sure the outline is completely fleshed out beforehand. But now is the time where people aren't necessarily looking for super polished, high quality, 15 camera angle type stuff. If you can just create something that's valuable and teach people something that they can actually use to whether improve their health or grow their business or maintain their home or be more productive or deal with their relationships during all of this time. There's a million things that people need help with now that they didn't need help with before. So there's so many more opportunities.
It's absolute perfect time for everything, not only for online courses. Just do a startup, do a business. I think people now are in emergency mode, so they can understand that if something helps them a little bit, make them more productive, more calm, give them something that they can use, that they can reuse. We're going now into some untested waters when it comes to the economy. The trends were already there. People had to constantly keep learning new stuff. For just staying, you had to run a lot just in order to stay at the same
Yeah.
point. Whether it comes to work or how you operate, how you function in the world every day. So we need to learn things. People learn things. I mean, learning. We are programmed for learning. That's one of the basic operating commands that we have. So now this can be, and this can happen globally. You can reach a vast network. You can monetize this as a side income. So this is a perfect match now, where you have like lots of demand and lots of people offering things online. So it's a great. I say to people, go out and try that, test it out. You can just start with a free trial. It can be our platform, it can be another platform, but knowledge is the currency of the 21st century. So, and what an online course is the packaged version of knowledge. So back in I guess in 2000 or 2010, the package was the ebook. Everybody wanted to create an ebook. Ebook was a great lead magnet. So you could portray yourself as an expert, and you could like enhance your prestige or whatever. Now you can do that perfectly well with an online course. You can promote yourself. An online course is much sexier as a product, easy to consume, multimedia. You can just add in lots of different stuff. You can have some video, you can have some text, you can repurpose lots of your content. This is what we say to people. You probably, if you go back to the blogs, to the blog post you wrote, or to the handouts you have, or to your presentations, everybody that has worked in remotely with some kind of like teaching job, or if you're an expert in your field, then you have something that other can benefit from. You have some knowledge that people can consume, and they can follow you. Then you create a following, you create a little community around your content, and you don't have it to be just yourself. You might get a few professionals that are in the same field, and you can create an amazing little school, sign up a few people, and this can be a great business model for you, or to bring in extra some side income, because all of us will need this kind of assistance and new ideas in the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So what would be let's say, because I see a lot of people in the comments, there's a lot of different ideas, there's a lot of different businesses and things like that. What's the best way for somebody to kind of zero in on what they should be offering? Like, what should the course be about? Because say you work in, the most recent one I saw is like someone said digital marketing, but within there's a whole bunch of different things you could be doing. So maybe it's email marketing, maybe it's creating Facebook ads or launching Facebook ads, or there's just so many different areas. So how do you go through, like you said, everyone has a skill set, but what if you have multiple skill sets? How do you evaluate what would be the best ones, or how do you test those ideas out?
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to prioritize. So everybody has something that they can teach, and so how do you start from there? That's a great question. First of all, you can see where is more demand for something. This is just like writing an article or writing a book or doing something else. You can check Google Analytics and Google Trends. You can check out the keywords analyzer from AdWords and see which is like more expensive, what people are paying for, where there's more competition. Or you can just, if you can go hyper targeted and create a little niche, or find a little niche and work around that. So this depends on what you already have. Ideally, you have some content, or you have an audience ready, or you have both. So if you have one of those at least, then it's much easier to start, because you can, if you have a mailing list, if you have a blog, out of there you will get your first customers. You can just send them a free version of your course, and then you can start pre-selling your course, and then you can just make an actual launch and get more people. So it's not only just about creating an online course, because if you just make it and put it out there, who will come? You have to generate an audience. So you have to think about how you can create a mailing list, how you can have people signing up to this mailing list. So if you are a YouTuber, a blogger, a podcaster, chances are that you are in a far better position to start to do something like that. Or if you have existing customers in your business, it's much easier. Otherwise, you have to see where there is demand. And my take is that in the next 6 months at least, people with such unemployment globally, people will be worried about how they can secure their livelihood. So there's going to be lots of, again, a trend that under COVID will much accelerate, how they can become independent, how they can get some side income. There's all sort of things that people can do around the internet, from drop shipping to like creating ebooks, creating courses, like the things that we're saying here. So this is also a kind of meta. One of the most interesting trends that we had seen in the past, and I think will accelerate, is people teaching you how to do online courses. Because it's a business model that already goes up. So that's one of the things that people will do. And for that, I think we have some great resources that the audience could use. We have an academy on LearnWorlds where we teach people how to create online courses, how to think about their pricing, how to think about their title, like ideas for getting a title. One of the nice tips here that we like to say is that go to Amazon and check out their bestsellers list. You will find some amazing titles there, and also you will see what people are interested on, not about like generic literature, but also about like business subject. So you will get some great ideas about subjects and some great ideas about formulating your title. So we have lots of some amazing courses on our academy, and in fact some of our courses were closed, were reserved just for our customers, but because of the situation we decided to open everything up and let people just go inside and learn as best and as quickly as they can about this business model. And it might, I hope that it might prove to be helpful. So our address for that is academy.learnworlds.com, and people can just go in there, sign up, and I think they will find lots of ideas about how to create the course and also how to sell this course. Because if you just have one without the other, there's no point. So we have lots of things there that will help a lot of people, I think, get some nice ideas and get traction, start testing of this. Again, don't be perfectionist, go out there, make it a point to create your first mini course by the end of the weekend and send it to your friends. Just get some feedback and see if this is something that people could purchase.
And what's the URL for people to access that?
Let me see if I can access the chat here. So it's I'll type it in the chat. So it's academy.learnworlds.com. I just posted it. Oh, let me post it to attendees as well. So
all right, perfect.
You got it.
Awesome. Everybody can check that out. That's a very great offer. And Panos, I know you have a presentation. Do you want to go into that at all? Is there anything you'd like to share there?
Yes, let's see if we have, because I think we already covered some of the topics. So let's see if we can.
And let us know. Can everybody see the screen that he's sharing? It's coming through clearly for me, but want to make sure everyone else can see that. Let us know in the comments. Okay, cool. Yep, everyone can see it. Nice.
So let me also stop my video feed, make things easier for people to watch. Our basic hypothesis here is that knowledge is the most valuable currency in the 21st century. And we are a platform that helps you package this knowledge and ship your knowledge product. So knowledge products are usually a bit more open-ended. Mainly it can be online courses, or it can be a live session that you want to share. So anything that you can package as a product and can be sold online, this is something that you can do. And so that people understand it, we are positioned as a Shopify for knowledge products. So just like in Shopify, you go in, you can create your very own school, your very own e-commerce store and start selling courses. This is what we do for online courses, for knowledge products. You can just set up in a few minutes a website that can either we can be your website, or you can set up a website right next to your existing website. So it can be academy.yoursite.com, whatever, and you can start selling courses right away and also manage your audience, manage your students. So this is a great and a very easy and all-in-one tool, very easy to set this up. And as I mentioned, the advantage here is that you don't need any logistics, you don't need any merchandise, you don't need any distribution or anything. You can just create your courses yourself, sell them, and you keep control over the whole experience. So that's a great thing. So online products are very versatile. So if you have your content, if you have an online course, then it's amazing. If you don't have an online course, but you are an author, you are a trainer, you have a book, anything else, you can just repurpose your content in the form of a course, and even the kind of emergency training I mentioned before. If you don't have anything, you can just spin up a Zoom and start teaching to people. It's highly saleable because people want to invest in their skills. This is already a $50 billion market and was growing by about 100% every year. And I guess the trend now under COVID will be, the growth will be even faster. And what is absolutely eye-opening for people, especially now, they realize that this is highly scalable. So you're not limited by the number of hours you have. You can just create your course once and hopefully sell it 100,000 times. So when we're talking about online schools, obviously we have people that are having like 200, 500 customers, but we also support some schools with 300,000 students. So as you can understand, these are multi-million businesses, knowledge businesses. They sell, some of them sell very expensive courses for professionals. So this can be like an IT course, data scientist course. People would be willing to pay $2,000 for such a course and such a certificate. But we also have some mini products, people selling a course for $9.99, for $15. So there's all sorts of different, there's a huge range there. So you can find your sweet spot depending on the things you know and the audience you can create, and you can do some great stuff there. And as I mentioned, this is also great for self-promoting yourself. So you put yourself out as an expert, and this can really attract some new business your way. So as I mentioned before, the range of customers that we have, and also this applies more in general to other course platforms as well. We have professional trainers and entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, speakers, authors, bloggers, YouTubers, Instagrammers, anyone that has an audience. At some point, they are thinking how to monetize this audience. So ads is one way, but it's not very cost effective. If you manage to get this audience of yours to sign up to your courses, and you can create a course and get them to sign up to that, then this can be very valuable. And also, companies might want to train their employees, they might want to train their associates. And one of the trends that we have seen recently, and this might be helpful for like software businesses that follow up Sumo, we have lots of SaaS businesses that want to create their own academy. So you created an academy around like doing business online and how people can adapt to this situation. But if you have a product, you can, like the HubSpot Academy, you can perfectly well go out and train your employees and train your customers about your product. So what we give to people with our website, with our platform, is a website, an online school through which they can sell their courses. We make it easy for them to create engaging content, so they can upload their videos, they can upload their text, they can create quizzes, they can issue certificates. So all sorts of different, everything that you would need to create a full online course. Also, we help them to create their marketing funnel, because you need a landing page, you need to have people to sign up, you need them to pay, and we help with these things. In fact, in the platform, we offer a built-in pages builder with about 300 templates that people can mix and match. So it's very easy to create a website, a landing page. No two LearnWorlds schools look alike. So it's very easy to create a beautiful online school, also mobile friendly. This is very important. It used to be very important, and already more than 50% of web traffic comes from mobile devices. But we see that this even increases more as more people are trying to get online all the time. And we also give all them the tools that people need to manage their users, record their sales, export their sales, track their payments. So it's quite an all-in-one tool. So just to clarify here, because some people might ask, like, why create my own school instead of, like, I don't know, going to one of those marketplaces where you can have something like Udemy, where like lots of courses, and I can go in there and I can start selling right away without having an audience. If this still works, that used to work perfectly well a few years back, but it doesn't work anymore. So if you go in a marketplace like Udemy, for example, first of all, you don't know who your customers are. You don't own the audience. You cannot even set up your own pricing. And this used to work when there were few course instructors now. If you go now to one of those marketplaces and create your online course, nobody will find about it. It's an absolute mess there. You cannot really differentiate yourself against the kind of content that already exists there. So what we offer to people, especially people that already have an audience, have some presence, have a website, perhaps have a blog, is that we help you create your own learning boutique. So it will be you own the audience, you own the content, you own the brand, and also you get to keep 100% of the profit. So this is, you have your own business. It's just like, it's as easy as that. You have a business in the digital space that can create a huge revenue stream for you. As a company, we have customers in more than 75 countries, but the majority of our customers are based in the US, which is already a very mature market. People know about these business models a lot, but we also see lots of traction in Asia. So this is globally something that increases very, very much. So the main thing that we, just to put this is something we touched upon previously, but just to make this a bit more clear, is that what we see with COVID is that this is a once in a century event, but what we see is that it already accelerates trends that were already happening. So working from home was already something that lots of businesses were doing, both for monetary reasons, for financial reasons, or for just well-being, or even for environmental reasons. So these things accelerate by a lot. And the same goes with online training. So that was something that already was there, but under COVID, obviously overnight, all learning had to be remote. And we had all those people coming in. But as I mentioned, already our customers started selling many more courses. And in fact, the number of sales that we saw from February to March more than doubled. So that was an amazing result. We couldn't have expected that, but more people have more time to invest in learning something meaningful, and online courses are obviously one of the best ways that they can do that. And the other trend is emergency training, where even if you don't have a curriculum ready, even if you don't have courses, you can start training remotely or reaching your audience, offering one-on-one consultations through Zoom, through a live stream, and this is something that you can test out very quickly, see how many people you can reach, create something, and experiment with that. It's a great way now to start experimenting with something like that. So in terms of the actual platform and the things that we offer there, it's important to have great design. Design is not easy, and doing it yourself, or it's quite expensive. This is why we have our own pages builder that helps you create your pages. Very easy, drag and drop. You just put in the templates that you need there. You can change anything. It's just like editing a PowerPoint, actually. So you can have a beautiful website with a few clicks. So most people complete their website in a couple of days, I would say. And one of the quite nice things is that you can totally white label your school. So this is going to be your school under your domain, your logo, your color theme. So this is something that you can completely own. And this is a nice example here. This is one of our customers that are selling fitness courses, School of Calisthenics. They're actually, I think they're based in the UK, but they more than tripled their customers through under this condition. So this is a membership site. You can get a very affordable monthly membership. I think it's something like $15 or something like that, and then you can also get a yearly subscription. So it's much cheaper than a membership subscription, than a gym membership. But the number of people that they can reach globally is huge. It's much higher than anything that you could do through a classical like physical establishment if you had. So this is this is a great example of a membership site. So feel free to go in and check this website and see what's the result. This is one of the pages that has been built with LearnWorlds. So it's very easy to build something like that with the pages builder that we offer. When it comes to the content, this is also very important. So one thing settled, obviously, you need to offer something that is valuable to people. You cannot sell air. There needs to be some valuable content there. But what we do is help you get more value out of your existing content. You can upload videos, it can be screencasts, or you can just record yourself through a mobile phone. You can create ebooks very easily, quizzes, formal exams. You can offer certificates at the end of your courses. So this can be nice. PDFs, you can embed YouTube files, SCORM files. These are for the more professional trainers types. So a lot of content can be created. One of the unique features that we have, and I invite people to just go over to our website and create a free trial, no commitments there, no credit cards required or anything else, is to play around with our interactive video feature. So this has been absolutely amazing, and I think an industry first. You can just go in, get one of your traditional linear videos, sometimes even boring. We are all guilty of that. And you can make them interactive by adding buttons on top of your videos, quizzes. So you can create a video quiz. You can have the video playing, and then the video pauses, and the question pops up and asks you, like, what is the best way to treat this situation? Should I click button A or button B? Or what should be my response here? So this creates very huge engagement for students. Instead of being like a passive consumer, just watching the video and like perhaps being a bit bored, or attention span dropping rapidly, with the interactive video, you can get them engaged. Also, you can add very sleek titles and text on top of your video. This is just a cloud tool without having to use any software or having to know anything. You can create some great content, or you can enhance your existing content with that. So if people play around with this, they will find it, I think, very, very fun and very enjoyable. So this is one of the one school where people can, I think people can visit and check something out. This is an example I mentioned before about an online school that's doing training on how to train your dog. So lots of dog lovers out there. Again, this used to be a small business, local business, but now they have the chance of reaching a global audience through their online courses. So they have created some great interactive videos. They just record themselves training their dogs. Obviously, these are professionals. They're doing that for a living. But they recorded the videos, and using our interactive tool, they created some very engaging scenarios. Like you had the video pause, and then explaining, like with some pointers, why they were keeping the whistle like that, and why they were like patting the dog the other way. So it's very fun to watch. It's unlike any normal training video that you would see. Another thing that I would like to mention here, and I don't have much else to say around that, is that learning is a social endeavor. It's a team sport. It doesn't happen in isolation, and we don't like isolation. We're social creatures. We want to go out there and like be close to other people. And this is something that we implement through the platform, because in LearnWorlds, every school has its own community inside, built in. So you don't have to send people over to Facebook or I don't know, use another tool. You have a community right next to their courses. So you can create group discussions. They can discuss between themselves. You can you can create polls and quizzes, and you have lots of engagement. So there, at the point, the most successful schools that we have, the most successful customers, are those that manage to create a community around their content. This is like the AppSumo community. The AppSumo fans absolutely love everything that you guys do. So this is what we have seen happening around online courses, and people being really passionate about what they do. We've seen, and there are some great subjects. It can be gaming, like people learning how to be professional gamers and doing esport. As you can understand, a community can be very engaging around that, with lots of participation and lots of user-generated content. And this is something that you can do with LearnWorlds right out of the box. So you just, it's already there. If you don't want to create a community around your courses, you can just disable this feature, but it's already there, and you can, and this is something that you can already use. And also with our tools in our platform, we help you build any kind of business model that you can imagine around online courses. So anything that we know and anything that we learn from our customers, we try to implement within the platform. And also, we through the content that we publish, we want to teach people how to use that. So you can sell courses as one-off. You can sell bundles of courses, like buy 3 for the price of 2. You can sell subscriptions, which is also recurring revenue. It's the holy grail. You get people paying you every month or every year for the content that you publish. You can even pre-sell your courses. So even if you don't have a course ready, you can just go out there and create the first section, the first chapter, put it out there, pre-sell it, and you will get some amazing results. In fact, I think one of an amazing example that we saw recently was a customer of ours who was doing had some courses on how to preserve produce, how to do like pickling and how to put things in jars. So I think they just had the first 2 sections ready of their course, and they started pre-selling the course. And over the course of a few days, I think they had something like 10 grand in sales for a course that they didn't even have. So they had the idea, obviously, great idea. They knew how to do that. So that, as you can understand, there was a great verification, confirmation of the demand that was there. So they went out, they built the whole course, and since then they had many more happy customers. So it's a great way of validating an idea that you have, like pre-selling and putting it out there. And also this gives you lots of drive to go out and complete the course, because as you can understand, they had lots of drive after the pre-sale to go out, complete the course, and give it to their customers. And in this process, we help you automate as many things as possible. So we help you create coupons and create upsells. We help with the landing pages. So the two, it's obviously a product-led effort. So the product does that. So we help you a lot to make the sales. We know how complicating it can be to have to run an online school, whether you have like 200 students or 200,000 students. So we try to automate things as much as possible, and so that you can deal with what matters to you, like creating your content and selling your online courses. So this is very, very important. And this is the link that I posted previously on the chat, our academy, academy.learnworlds.com. So all the content now there is free. You will find lots of ideas about what kind of courses you can create, like how you can price them, how you can structure them, what kind of content can you use and reuse inside, and also hopefully later, once you're ready to launch, how you can sell your courses, how you can leverage social media or even paid advertisement, how you can blog and create some SEO traffic to your website. Even if you don't end up doing online courses, there are some very useful techniques for anything that has to do with internet marketing and the way that you can think about creating a business of your own, like being a self-entrepreneur. That I think lots of these stuff are generally applicable. So you will get some very valuable information that hopefully you can reuse and help you enhance your own skills right now, help you get more ideas, be a bit more adaptive to the situation that's coming, and why not create an amazing online school and have lots of happy customers around that.
Awesome. Panos, thank you so much. This was great. Really appreciate you hopping on. And again, everybody can check out those resources. I was going through them last week. There's a lot of really great material in there. If you're thinking about starting an online course, you have an idea and you want to know how to validate it, how to market it, how to get everything set up, you can head over here, academy.learnworlds.com. Check out all of that free content, which is really, really cool. And Panos has also very generously offered to do a giveaway for one person who is on here today. So one person is going to get a subscription to access the Pro Trainer Plan for free for 1 year on LearnWorlds, which is almost $1,000 value. So we'll be sending out a replay after this to the winner. You'll get an email letting you know who it is. So that's super cool. Very generous of him. And yeah, thank you all for showing up. I really hope you guys have found this to be useful, to inspire you to go out, start your course. You don't have to make it perfect. You don't have to make it pretty. You just need to make it valuable for one person and have it scale from there. So Panos, what final thoughts do you have that you want to share with folks?
Well, first of all, I hope that everybody stays safe and sane under these conditions. We need to be creative. We hope that this goes away fast, but we have to be prepared in case it doesn't, and we have to be adaptive. We have to make the best out of it so that we can help our families, help our businesses, our communities. So digital is the way to go. It already was, so this is even more important now. So people need to be more creative. There are not going to be any jobs out there, so we have to create our own jobs. And also we have to, out of necessity first, but then out of desire and trying to create the job that we need and we deserve. And we've seen that there are some things that we can do better, like working from home and trying to have better balance and be our own masters. And creating your own online school and your own academy, this can be something that can make you the owner of your own business and make you the master of your own fate. So try it. We will be there to help you out as much as possible. There are lots of information out there. Think about that. We were already seeing that this was the trend. This is where things are heading. Now it's much more urgent to stay adaptive and stay ahead of the curve. So go out and try it.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much. This is super cool. I'm really excited. Everybody, once you do, I'm not even going to say if you guys create your course. When you create your course, I want you to come back to the Remote Work Academy replay page for this video, and I want you to link out to your course. So head over to LearnWorlds, set up your course, and then I want you to post a link to the course that you create, even if it's just the landing page or the intro offer. Put it there so we can all see what everybody's working on. I would love to check out that stuff and maybe give you guys some spotlight. So let us know. Thank you guys so much. Panos, thank you once again. We'll be talking soon, and I hope everyone stays safe and gets this course out there so we can all check it out.
Thanks, Chris, for having me. Have a nice day, people.
Thank you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.